There is such a range of material that belonged to Freddie Mercury. You can absolutely see the kind of interconnections between different aspects of his life.
It was interesting and educational to see through his eye at that time of what intrigued him.
He really was a visionary. Not many people at that time were collecting work by black artists, queer artists.
One of the most exciting and revealing items in the whole series of sales is this incredible red notebook. You open the book and the first song there is Stone Cold Crazy, and that's the first song that Queen played on stage together. He was always doodling. The masters for some of Queen's music are covered in Freddie's doodles. He studied art and design at Ealing Art College. He was a trained illustrator, a famous image that's always been associated with the band, the Queen crest. He designed that. He took the star signs of the four members, and the whole thing is surmounted by a phoenix. Totally captures the over-the-top grandiosity. It's a great image. He never wanted to be an artist, really. The reason he wanted to go to Ealing more than anything was because so many pop stars had been there before, so he knew what he wanted.
Before Freddie became famous, he had a market stall and he customised clothes that he refashioned. That current ran through his collecting as well, where we see a lot of bespoke pieces bearing the Queen logo or his own name. There's two bowls in the collection which are rather interesting. In the centre is a roundel which contains 3 characters which in Japanese spell out Freddie. There's a kimono with the Queen crest emblazoned on the reverse. Usually those types of kimono are emblazoned with someone's family crest. I suppose you could say that it's his family crest, which is Queen. There's roughly 50 kimonos in the collection, so yeah, it's rather extensive. Freddie also collected Japanese lacquer boxes. I think these were quite personal objects of Freddie. Freddie purchased one lacquer box from the workshop of Wajima Keizuka, and it's a rather far-flung place, so it's interesting that Freddie actually made that journey. Freddie was fascinated with Japan ever since he first went there on tour. When he was in Japan and travelling in Japan, he actually had direct relationships with local artisans there. And I think he just had a deep respect for the art and culture.
Freddie Mercury owned a collection of 15 paintings by the British-Jamaican artist Rudi Patterson. Rudi was a queer artist in 1970s Britain. He started painting in the 1960s alongside his career as an actor. I like to think it was a recollection of his life in Jamaica, because most of his paintings are landscapes and depictions of Jamaican great houses and homesteads. The works obviously meant a lot to Freddie. They hung in the heart of the home. The largest work in the collection, the Great House in Jamaica, and also a very lush and tropical landscape, both hung in the dining room. Freddie may have even painted those frames to match his decor, because Freddie painted the dining room himself. He was very present and supportive of the artist's career. There's a story that he actually turned up at one exhibition and bought everything that wasn't already sold. They were very good friends right until the end.
Going through the collection, you could get a feel of Freddie the traveller, Freddie the artist, but also a more personal side.
It's been such a privilege, of course, to work on this collection. His handwritten working lyrics to the songs are just a wonderful trove that just show us so much about a great, great songwriter.